Hello, welcome to this presentation on Bitdefender Gravity Zone and Bitdefender EDR. My name is Dave Lawton. I'm Sales Engineer here at Bitdefender. I'm going to just do a short presentation and then I'll follow up with a demonstration and a show and tell on Gravity Zone and focus on the endpoint detection and response capabilities within that. Just a very brief overview to start with. Our mission, we are committed to securing environments from breaches and business disruptions. We have been doing that for 19 years now, and we have over 1,600 employees worldwide working on this, investigating threats, investigating the environment out there. 800 of those are in research, development, and engineering. So we are very technologically led. We do hold a number of patents on machine learning and have actually been doing machine learning the longer than it's been in vogue. We have over 150 OEM partners. These use different elements of Bitdefender technologies within their own products. That could be anything from our anti-malware engines being used in firewalls and UTM devices at the perimeter, through to threat intelligence that people buy to enrich the data and the information that they've been gathering. We believe that over 38% of security companies out there are actually using some form of Bitdefender technology within their own products. For businesses and the enterprise, we have a solution called Gravity Zone. This is designed to provide endpoint protection to all environments, whether they be physical, virtual, or cloud. The Gravity Zone management environment can either be run on-premise or we host it in the cloud for you. The choice is yours as to which way you prefer to go. Prevention is what it's all about in the first place for us. We have an enviable record of providing very high levels of protection. Independent reports show us succeeding year after year. We are usually number one within those tests and those reports. The detection capabilities are becoming more important to give early visibility of potential threats that may be making their way into the environment. The response is very, very important too. Clearly, we're trying to prevent wherever we can, but where we are unable to provide prevention, we're going to give you that detection and then give you the ability to respond by providing you as much information as we can to make that easier for you. Gravity Zone can also provide hardening and risk management as well. We'll discuss this in a little bit more detail in a few moments. And finally, we can offer services as well. Services based upon Gravity Zone. We have a full managed detection and response service that is provided or can be provided on the back of Gravity Zone and its EDR capabilities. This is a team that is set up and will go hunting for threats within your environment as well. In a little bit more detail, these are all the different elements, the different under the hood engines and technologies that are being used within the Gravity Zone environment. As you can see from there at the top quadrants, those are focused on prevention. We have sandbox. We are able to protect at the network level. We can protect hypervisors. So we run very well in the in virtual environments. On the right there, when it comes to the detection and response, we give incident visualization. We can give root cause analysis, and this is what I'm going to show you later. On the left-hand side there, we can help you be more proactive in providing protection to your environments to try and ensure threats don't get a foothold in the first place. And that can be through configuring firewalls. That can be through having application control, device control. We can give you risk analytics on that endpoint as well to help you understand where you could improve, the elements that you can change to harden up that system. We can also provide, based on this one single agent that is controlled through Gravity Zone, we can provide you patch management, providing patches for over 150 different applications. And we can also manage disk encryption through this one single interface. A couple of quotes here from Gartner and Forrester. Gartner have praised us on having the single agent and the single console to provide both the endpoint protection and EDR. There are other products out there that require multiple agents to do what we can do in one. And Forrester rate us very highly as being one of the largest EDR vendors that perhaps aren't as well known as some of the others out there. So what I'd like to do now is just give you a very brief show of Gravity Zone with a particular focus on the endpoint detection and response element of the product. So here I am within my cloud managed environment. And the first thing you can see is within Gravity Zone, we're giving an executive summary showing exactly what has been going on and the state of my environment and the machines that are reporting into here. This is very much a high-level management view. To get more detail, you can drill down to a variety of different dashboards here that give a whole host of different statuses for your environment. This is very customizable and can be configured to display the data and the information that you see as relevant to your environment. What I'm now going to do is take a look at the endpoint detection and response element. As I've said before, this is part of one single agent. It can be turned on or off as appropriate. Here we can see a number of incidents. It's probably worth mentioning we have two tabs here. One talks about endpoint incidents, and the other talks about detected threats. So the detected threats are where we have blocked something, and it will give you the ability to forensically look at what has gone on. I'll show you a little bit of that in a few moments. But the incidents here are where we have seen something strange, something unusual going on, but we don't have enough evidence to say that this is definitely bad. So at the top level here, we can see a variety of titles and high-level view on what's been going on. Through here, we can filter and display what we want. Here, I'm just going to take a look at this last this event here that has previously occurred. So firstly, you can see a very graphical view here of what's gone on. And you can see it was PowerShell, but it has been doing something very suspicious, something that is not normal, or we would not expect it to be normal. What we're doing is we're trying to give you as much information as we can here. So there is useful information. So for example, this has been seen on 2 endpoints. That's interesting. We have already sent it to the sandbox. It's been analyzed. You can take a look at the results of that directly from here if you want. You can go out to VirusTotal and get another opinion, another view on this particular file. You can see from the name of it, it is probably benign, but what it's been doing is unusual. And when it comes to taking actions, you can actually kill that process. So if you are looking at this and thinking that I don't like the look of this, this definitely looks strange to me, you can actually kill that process directly from here. What you can see we're also doing is we're showing you the critical path of exactly what happened. So you can see all the way down here. The orange items are ones that we're marking as suspicious. The grey ones are elements and executables that are associated with this. So as you can see, it looks like Microsoft Edge was fired up as part of what went on here, and looks to us to be associated with what's been going on. So if we go all the way back up here, we can now see the individual machine. So this is the machine, this is the endpoint on which it happened. We can see this has just been reported, so nothing has been stopped, nothing has been blocked. And you can see here as well, no actions have been taken. Again, if you feel that this looks very, very suspicious and you're very uncomfortable with it, what you can do is you can actually isolate the host. So you can press this button, and what this will do is this effectively will take this device off the network. It will still continue communicating with Gravity Zone, but it will not be able to communicate anywhere else. What we can also do, or if the analyst looking at this decides they want more information, they can actually set up a remote connection directly to this machine. This is not using SSH, it's not using RDP, it's communicating over the Bitdefender communication channels. And as you can see, you have a limited array of options there to be able to get in and take a look at and find out more information about what's been going on. So in this particular case, you're looking at this. This certainly does need the human intervention. It does need the analyst to be able to look at this. The analyst is looking at this, and I'm not an expert analyst, but my first thought is it's PowerShell. Who is actually using this machine? Clearly, you can get an idea of that from the machine name. You may know who is using it. If it's a developer type machine, there's a high probability that this may be benign. But if this is a machine in accounts or in sales, them running PowerShell scripts is probably not the norm and would be very suspicious. So we're giving you the information here to be able to delve down and go and look further to find out exactly what's been going on. You can either view it in this graphical form, or you can view it in a tabular form. Here we go. So there's all the same information there. It's just showing it up in a slightly different form and a slightly different style. It's very much up to personal preference as to which way you prefer to look at the information and the data. So we've seen PowerShell being run here. What I can now do is I can now go back and search and find out, is there anybody else that's been using PowerShell? Has it been running before? There's a variety of options you have here. There's a whole syntax where you can go and search for very specific items, very specific elements. And you can decide the time frame over which you want to do that. I'm going to look at the last 7 days worth. And if I look through here, I just wait for the information to come up, we can see a list of the endpoints that have been running PowerShell. And just a very quick scan of this, it looks like it is only that one particular machine that's running that. So this can help me with my investigation to go and look further and understand further what is going on. We go back to the top level here. As I mentioned before, all of this is information. These are things that we've been seeing that are suspicious. Over here, we have things that have been blocked. So we have blocked these, but what we're now doing is we're now giving you the ability to go in and forensically analyze what's been going on. So the key element here is looking at this blocked tab here, this blocked item here. So you don't need to take any action. We have blocked what we believe to be the malicious part of this. And as you can see from the title here, it's a bit of pseudo malware that's trying to drop iCar onto the system. And you can see down here what's gone on. We have disinfected this file. So that is because that's what I had in my anti-malware policy. If it finds anything bad, it's going to disinfect it. That was my choice. You could clearly delete it or quarantine it immediately. But as you can see from here, you can now quarantine that file if you want to take that further action. You can see down here we're giving a description of it because we know about this file and we know about it, so we can give you that description. If we look at some of the other files that have been involved here, so you can see it looks like Edge was fired up at the same time and this has been executed. This element is suspicious, and once again we're giving you that information describing what's going on there. Even in this mode where we've blocked and detected it, you can go up to the top to the machine level and once again isolate that host or set up a remote connection to go in, delve and look further and understand further what's been going on. So those are the key elements of the endpoint detection and response. What we have here is, I have this as part of my full Gravity Zone solution. So I have patch management installed within here. I have the endpoint protection in here as well. And all of that can be configured through my policies through here, where I can tell it what I want to do with regards to endpoint protection. So I've got all my usual settings that you would expect from most anti-malware type products. What we are now offering is the ability to use Gravity Zone just as a pure EDR product. So we can provide Gravity Zone as an EDR only solution. What that means is you've got none of the preventative capabilities that we have in here. And what that means you can do is it means you can sit it alongside your existing endpoint solution. So if you want a second layer, another layer of pure EDR and your existing endpoint provider does not provide that, you can use this to sit comfortably alongside it, not taking any blocking action. And what you will get is you will get this incident screen and you will get those capabilities that I showed you within here to see exactly what's going on and to be able to take these actions as well. So that will act as effectively a standalone EDR. If at a later date you decide that you want to use our full endpoint protection capabilities, our full anti-malware capabilities, our patch management, that can be done by simply changing the license key and continuing to use your exact same setup, your exact same agent. So minimal overhead in changing up to that. Likewise, if today you have our standard anti-malware, our standard bundles providing anti-malware protection, etc., stepping up to the EDR capability is once again simply a case of changing the license key and then going to your endpoints, wherever they may be, and this is the one particular one, and going here and turning on that capability. So what you would do is you would select the machine or multiple machines, go to here, reconfigure the client, and turn on the EDR sensor. Save that, and that capability will be turned on. Very quick and very easy. So that, in a nutshell, is the EDR element of Bitdefender Gravity Zone and standalone EDR. If you'd like any more information, please feel free to contact us. More than happy to provide you evaluations or to discuss any of this further. Thank you very much for your time.